live, you guys. I'm going to wait for you all to get in here because we got a lot to talk about. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are back. I know I was out of town for the last 2 to 3 days. There was no live chat or recaps on Friday. It was a crazy day. Traveling and the rest, of course, is history with, spending time with my son. But we got to talk about today's episode. So I'm waiting for some of you guys to start strolling in here. Although a lot of you guys probably got to see the episode early because of the fact that it is a holiday. So a lot of you may be off work. But we shall see. All right. Let me... Oh boy. All right, let's see. Hopefully you guys will start strolling in here. Let's see what I got. Let me take a look. All right, let me see what is going on. Making sure that... There we go. Hey, Ivy. Hey, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, you guys. Dang, where is everybody? I thought y'all was going to be excited about this one. Oh my gosh. This episode was in freaking insane. So we'll see how many other folks stroll in here. So far it's you, Ivy. I'm waiting to see if anybody else strolls in here. Hey, Rosie. Did you guys just get the notification? Because I've been on for a good 2 minutes. So, I'm trying to wait till we get up to at least 20. So that, we can have this conversation. Hey, Bridget. Yes, I am back. Hey, Crystal. Oh, my God. I know. I've been seeing you guys. So, I know some folks was missing the podcast because I saw the responses in the Facebook group and I've been seeing comments everywhere. I'm glad to see you back, you guys. Hey. Just got it. Oh my God. You guys are just getting the notification. Oh my goodness. Hey, Cynthia, thank you. Oh my God. You talking about walking. So, for those of the chat that might live near or in Minnesota, they had their state fair for the last 12 days. And so, as most of you probably know, my son lives there. And so I traveled up there and that place is humongous. Tons of food. I think it topped out at about 225,000 people that was there over the weekend. And we had good weather. I actually got the chance to have fried alligator. I know that's pretty common in like Florida, but it's not coming where I'm originally from. So, that's a little bit different. But, yes, I am glad to have you back. I actually did the spoilers yesterday while still in Minnesota. So when I had a little bit of downtime yesterday, I wanted to make sure that you guys get those spoilers. So... Yes. Okay, we got 25 in here. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. I've been talking for the last 4 minutes. It's a shame that the notifications don't go out quicker than they do. Yeah, I know, Ivy. It's like Luna Mania. Hey, Melissa. Yes, I'm back, Melissa. Hey, you guys. Good to be back. I wanted to talk to you guys so we can have a good old time in this episode. Oh my God, for a Monday, I didn't know what to expect. I did know that the spoilers, because if you guys checked out my spoiler video yesterday, I did know that Luna was going to be spilling some tea, but I didn't know what type of tea. Whether it's going to be piping hot or maybe some iced tea. But that tea right there was piping hot, and we're going to talk about it. Hey, Tashi. Hey, Just Ruth. Okay. So, we got Finn, because I saw a lot of comments on social media, social media, about, Oh my God, because there's some spoiler pics that are out. I posted them on Facebook and I posted them on Instagram, and you probably saw them in the community tab. I posted them there yesterday with Finn actually finding Steffy. So a lot of people was like, how did he just jump to the idea that she was there? So I gotta say, in this particular episode, they kind of gave us some pieces to kind of get us to the point where how he would notice something's off about Luna, right? Now, according to the spoilers, she won't be saved by Finn until Thursday, maybe late Wednesday. Maybe it'll be the cliffhanger on the end of the Wednesday episode, right? So, I was glad that they kind of dropped a few clues to try to get to Steffy instead of him making such a big leap, like knowing nothing at all to saying, oh my God, Steffy's with Luna. So he picked up on the vibe. And then here's the crazy thing. I gotta say this. Bill needs to shut up. Bill needs to shut up. Because Bill was like, I know you're a doctor and everything, but go back to your rounds in psychology. I'm like, Bill, are you a therapist? No. And you're getting played right now with the fact that you trying to tell Finn, who is a PhD, and he picked up on his cousin's vibes quicker than you can. And the thing you talking about, she didn't kiss you not once but twice, and you think that it's okay to still have her in the house. But you gonna tell Finn, yeah, go back to your rounds in psychology and think about, what could happen if something tragic. And I'm like, dude, shut up. Finn is more on this than you are. You got a whole psychopath up in your house, under your nose, kissed you once, kissed you twice, and you're trying to make excuses that she needs to be handled, and I don't want. She's going through a lot. I'm like, dude, stop it. Just stop. Just stop, right? So, anywho, hey, you guys, Roberta, welcome in. Yeah, I hope he'll get there. It's supposed to be on the probably late Wednesday, Thursday episode, September 4th and 5th. Yeah, somewhere in between there. But it was just interesting that Finn is picking up when she heard the conversation with Luna. And he had that same when he was talking to Bill, which Bill made no sense to me. I don't know. I'm like, stop playing tiddlywinks with this girl. This girl kissed you once and she disrespected your boundaries to not kiss you again. And all you think is that it's confusion of her mom being in prison and the fact that she's not your daughter. So she got to be so confused. Man, come on. I know, Crystal. Yeah, Lisa Yamada, she is rocking out on the Luna character. Maybe she'll get an Emmy. We'll see. Excuse me, but make sure you guys hit that like button. I see 13 likes and 63 people. I'm back. Let's have some fun. We've been short for the last 3 days. So, yeah, let's, make sure you guys hit that like button. Please, pretty please. 13 likes and 63 people. Come on, you guys. All right. So, I don't know. Cynthia said they need to check Bill for a brain tumor because his character's changed like he's clueless. Tell me about it. And then you going to try to talk Finn out of, this is what's going on, and Steffy may need some time, and don't worry about it. And then he happened to get that notification on his phone, and her phone is actually in the house somewhere. Now, what was interesting to me is the fact that Bill said, she came back here for her purse. How did you know that? Because all we know is Steffy snuck in and snuck out the house. So I don't know. How did you know that she came back for her purse? I don't know. That was weird. I don't know if maybe that's a writer's flaw, but that caught me. I'm like, wait a minute. How would you know Steffy was there? Because as we remember, Steffi overheard them. She saw the kiss that the second kiss that Luna planted on Bill. She hid, and then when Luna left, she snuck out of the house and followed Luna back to the apartment. So I don't know what Bill talking about. Yeah, you caught that too, Ivy? Okay, so I'm not the only one. I'm like, wait a minute. I know that's a little bit off. I'm like, writers, did I miss something? Because nobody knew Steffi was there. You can't sit up there and say in one breath, I don't know, I haven't seen Steffi. I mean, she told us about the kiss that Hope planted on you, and also told about Steffi being missing, but we don't know where she is, but you know that she came back for a purse. Okay. I don't know. That was weird to me. Oh, we gonna get there, Stella. We gonna get there. Don't worry about it. We gonna get there. Let me see how many likes I got. I got 26 likes. Okay, well, we'll see. We'll get there, but y'all gotta get those likes up, people. Get the likes up. Come on, you guys. You guys always want me to do these. Y'all gotta hit that like button. All right. So then we see a conversation between RJ and Ridge. And I don't know if this, because we got Steffi look like she's trying to now appreciate her husband, because she was trying to get away from him. Now she begging and starving and hungry and trying to get Finn to come get her. But we also look like RJ and Ridge are missing their daughter, missing their sister. Oh, I wish Steffi was here to boss us around. And, you know, she always wanted to be a DJ, and I wanted her to work at Forrester. So I'm wondering if this is also a direction for Ridge to appreciate his daughter more. So we got Steffi appreciating her husband more. We got Ridge and RJ wanting to appreciate Steffi more. You know. But, yeah. Let me see. Alright, keep the likes going, you guys. I'm trying to get more people in here as we continue to talk about what's happening today. Yeah, poor RJ. Yeah, we're going to talk about that in a minute. I agree, T. Bill didn't see Steffi. Exactly, Cynthia. That didn't make sense to me. The writers have been doing some messed up writing. Absolutely, Angela. I like RJ hair better when he first came on. You don't like his hair? Bridget says that's Bell Jr. and Co. fault for that schizophrenic bipolar writing. Oh my God. It's like, wait a minute. You can't have Bill say in one moment, I haven't seen Steffi, she probably somewhere. And then you're going to say, oh yeah, she left her purse. How would you know that? You didn't see her. So, and she snuck in and snuck out. Ridge never appreciates Steffi until he don't know where she is. Exactly. So maybe this is their opportunity to try to see, you know what, I need to take this more seriously. My sister, my daughter, she always was there, and now she's not around, and we haven't heard from her. And the interesting thing is that I got to go back to the whole thing with Finn right quick before we move forward. With Finn and Bill. Bill. Bill was like, well, even though the clinic told you she never made it there, maybe she went to another clinic without her phone. She's traveling away from her kids and her family and her husband without her phone. Bill. And you think that she was just going to fly out of there with no phone, no contact anybody. Now, granted, she could have maybe called from another phone, or, you know, if she went somewhere else. But still, your own cell phone? No. She would have easily came back for her phone. Has anybody... Dewan, good question, because the last thing we remember, it was laying over there in the corner. So, where's the phone? Did Luna pick it up? I don't know. But the last we saw that phone was over there by that door. T, do you think they will get or just put in prison. I don't know. I have a Melissa, if it was my guess, because she did some egregious things, I have a feeling that she's going to end up just like her father, but not with drugs. So, I don't know. I could be wrong. That's not a spoiler. But in my opinion, I don't know. It's a possibility that she might be out. We got 39 likes. We got 83 people. Hit that like button, guys. I actually thought Bill said Steffy put it in her purse on the table. He said he left her purse. I mean, she left her purse. How would you know that? How did you? Because when she walked out the door, Bill never saw her come back. Luna did, which is why she saw her through that mirror. And then when she ran out of the house, Steffy chased her. Bill didn't even know she was there. Bill said when Steffy came, she left her phone by the door. He did not say she came in the second time because he didn't know that she did. Hey, Rednecks. Joyce Boone. I think Ben would have made a good detective because he figured everything out. He told Lee that Luna been acting strange for the last couple days. That is true. Hey, Jenna. Hey, Bobby. Why the writers acting like we didn't see the episode when Luna thought she was seeing? Listen, they had to clean that up. Now we're gonna dive deep into that part. Oh yeah, that's why I really want you guys to get that likes up, because we need to get everybody in the house so we can have a conversation about what Luna had to say when she dropped that tea. Yeah. How many days Steffy been missing? What episode was that? It's been all of last week. It depends. I'm assuming it depends on, because soap days, episode days, it's been a little over a week. But the actual storyline time, that's a good question. James said in the real world, Luna would become world news in a few days. Would be the worst scandal ever. Forced the creation employing a serial killer. Yeah. I heard Bill was going to unalive Luna. That would be a mistake. She entertained me a lot. Hey, Bree. What's up, girl? What is up? Let me know if you want to come up and talk about this right quick. I know you got some stuff to say. I don't know if you're at work or anything. Or, well, it's a holiday. So let me know if you want me to bring you on. Drop a yes or no, or hey, Marquella. Because I know you want to talk about the Zende thing. So I'll wait for your response if you want me to bring you in. Yeah, I know. Bill Spencer, what is wrong with him? Yeah, Lisa Yamada is extremely talented. Extremely. You like the biker outfit? They changed her look and everything. The way, oh yes, I got a lot to say. Okay, let me bring you up. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I will bring you up. I'm going to do it from our usual spot, okay? All right. Give me 1 second. Okay, so we're going to bring Bree into this conversation. Let's see. But yeah, I'm telling this whole thing, I'm wondering. Oh, here she go. Hey, Bree.
Hey. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. Hey, girl, you are on. We are live. The first thing we've already talked about is the conversation with Bill and Fan. How Bill, I even mentioned the part about Bill trying to tell him about, just go back and remember your whole rounds as being in your psychology rounds when you were in college. I'm like, he's the doctor, not you, Bill.
Right. That had nothing to do with anything. What happened to his mental capacity as a man to not to let that girl move in with you after she was playing daughter this whole time and wants to kiss up on you? Where's the
Twice.
mental capacity? Twice. Where's the mental capacity for that? Where you try to question a doctor about his rounds that he did to get his degree?
Thank you. And he picked up on the vibes quicker than Billy. This woman and this girl, she's a young woman. This young woman then kissed you in the mouth twice. And you're making excuses of why you should keep that girl in the house. Whereas Finn is like, something off with that girl.
Yeah, and plus that's his family member. He knew out the gate this girl's not acting right. But Bill wants to question this man about the rounds that he did as a doc. Like, come on, now.
I was
You're missing
like,
the whole point.
thank you. And I'm sitting, and I know Finn is looking at him like, who you think you talking to?
Exactly. This right here, I was very frustrated with Bill, but I was frustrated for other reasons with this episode. But I'm glad they clarified a lot.
Yeah, we're going to get there. I'm trying to, I want them to get these likes up, get more folks up in here. So when we hit that, we're going to dive deep into that one.
Yeah.
So now we got RJ and Ridge on screen right now. And with the situation with RJ and Ridge, now they appreciate Steph. See, I see a lot of moving parts. So Steph looked like she might learn to appreciate her husband. And I'm assuming Ridge is now appreciating his daughter.
At the 11th hour. I was like, oh, so you acknowledge the fact that he loves your child. So the bullet that he took for your daughter didn't mean nothing. The fact that he saved your daddy didn't mean nothing. But all of a sudden now you feel that he's been a good husband to your daughter. Okay.
Right. And the fact that he missed Steffy. Oh, I wish she was here and she wanted to be a DJ at some point. And, and I had to. I'm like, why are you crying your blues now? You were going behind folks' back, making decisions without your co-CEO. Steffi felt left out, and now you miss Steph.
Yeah, he can miss me with that. I mean, where's his co-CEO to handle all of those fires, all of those internal business decisions? Wasn't he supposed to be like taking a moment off to go worry about making panties for his precious Logan? He wasn't concerned about Steffi.
No. Not at all. So, I don't know. This part right here, that with him and RJ was, as what you would call it, seemed like a filler scene to me.
Yeah. I feel so bad for little RJ. I was getting on him a couple of weeks ago about running his mouth, but I'm like, you did the right thing. I feel poor baby. He tried. He tried to get a little girlfriend, and she playing him this whole time.
Oh, Lord. Okay. So then we had a conversation with Finn and Lee. And I didn't understand why he had to go get dressed up at the office to meet his mama.
Maybe professional decorum. He has to look a certain type of way when he goes into the building as a doctor.
Yeah, but can't you just meet her at the house? I mean... That's what I thought, unless she was working or something, but I don't know.
That was my thought.
It was confusing because I'm thinking like, okay, where's he going to head next? He's on this mission. And I'm like, oh, he went to work. So...
I mean, unless he took like a lunch break and went over to Bill's house, I can kind of see that too. But maybe there's like a particular work, dress code he has to abide by when he walks into the building.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just the timeline because he left. Where did he go? Where did he come from before meeting up with Bill off of last week? I'm trying to remember. Did he come from Forrester first?
He came from Forrester, then he went to work, and then he went to Bill's.
Okay, and then he went back to the job. Okay. Maybe he was taking a lunch break or something. I don't know. But Lee got this look on her face like, what she got to do with it? That was so funny.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, I cannot wait for that confrontation with Lee and Luna. And Lee better not miss. She really better give it to her niece. Like every ounce, all that energy that she had for Sheila, she need to give that to her niece.
I want to see that.
Pull one of the switches from off of the tree. Give her the belt. Give her something.
But my thing is, how is she even in the position? Okay, so I'm assuming that I think that is on. Yeah, that's Friday, September 6th. Spoiler about the two of them in that confrontation, right? It's either late Thursday going into Friday because Steffi gets saved by Finn on Thursday. How is she free enough to even have that conversation with Lee?
Right.
I thought about that. I'm like, and the thing is, there's another spoiler pic out there that Luna is actually standing there when Steffi and Finn are reunited. So
really?
How did she slip past Finn to get out and ran into Lee? I don't understand that part.
I would hope that she's being arrested or about to be arrested, or I don't know. That don't make any sense to me. I'm sure they're not going to give this girl 9 lives that they do Sheila.
I mean, only thing I can think of, because there are some fans that are liking, kind of how everybody, when Jordan did what she did in the fall of last year, people were excited about keeping her around. So that's when they sent her off to prison. Then they brought her back for February sweeps when she burnt down the prison, right?
Yeah.
I'm wondering if there are people excited about, well, there are some folks that are saying they would like to keep Luna around because they like her acting now. And so, Lisa Yamada. And so, I'm wondering, will she get away and just disappear and nobody can find her? And then she come back one day or something? I don't know.
That would be my only thought, that she would kind of slip away and then, I don't know, magically end up pregnant somehow with RJ's baby. Like, I wouldn't put it past them. But that makes no sense how all this talk to the police, and the police is in an active investigation, that this girl is just standing there. And she's looking right at Finn and Steffi. And
oh, you saw that picture too?
Yes, yeah. I'm looking at it now. I'm how?
Well, I mean, and then again, how did she manage to get to Lee? Is Lee gonna stop her? Now, there's some people that's looking at that same photo and wondering if Lee is in cahoots. I've heard even comments about that. I don't know. Because that confrontation can go one of two ways. It can go one way where Lee is like, how dare you do this to our family, right? Or something like that. How dare you do that to your mom? I can't believe you, Luna. Or a confrontation like, you messed this whole thing up. We were going to take Poppy down together.
I would hope they don't do something like that, but everybody wants to incriminate Lee so badly.
I mean, I've seen conversations, it's like, yeah, we got to see, because I mean, she's looking at her, and the expression on that picture, now I'm just going by the picture in that still moment. It could mean anything. But Luna got a look on her face like, we had a plan, or you told me to do this, or whatever. You were part of this too. There's like not where there's a fight or something, or she's trying to subdue her, but we don't know. That's just that moment. So
okay, I'm looking forward to it, because I can't see Lee doing that to her son. Putting his wife put his wife in a cage.
I don't think Steffi was part of the deal. And maybe it's because Steffi decided on her. She didn't expect Steffi to get in the middle of this thing. Steffi put herself in this whole thing, and she figured that, hey, I got to stop her. And maybe that's why, and I'm listening, you guys, I'm just speculating for fun. So if they just say that they did go that route, right? And then she turns around and says, "Why did you get Steph?" Well, she followed me there. I didn't expect her to come there. Or whatever. Because Steph, I don't know. We'll see. It would
We'll
be
see on
interesting
Friday.
if we get a twist. Yeah,
That would be a monkey wrench. That
right.
would be
Right. I know. All right. Well, you know what we got to talk about next. This right here.
Oh.
And I had to do a split screen on this. I had to go back in the archives from early this year to find that picture.
Oh my goodness. She knew this whole time, made this boy go through all of that hell, get into a fight with his cousin, and then getting talked down to by Brooke of all people. This right here was a mess. And she knew this whole time that she was sleeping with this man. Mm-hmm. She knew. Mm-hmm. I couldn't put it past this girl. As soon as it was revealed that she was killing people, I was like, oh, okay. Then she was planning everything from the get-go, getting with RJ, and also when she wanted to sleep with Zende, and then use those drugs as an excuse.
Remember, I said this a couple weeks ago when we originally found out that she was that she was the problem or the perpetrator. I said, remember when Zende put that whole dinner together and she was excited and happy to be pursued by 2 Forrester men?
Yep, you did say that.
Mm-hmm. So, and I'm like, because if you really don't want to be bothered with somebody pursuing you that you don't want to be pursued by, I don't think you're going to look at that as a flex.
Exactly. But I think she was also trying to plan that pregnancy too.
Yeah, who knows? That might be the other part that could come out. They probably going to start pulling all these different things that came from the storylines in early 2024 about the pregnancy, and because that did not make sense to me. It was like, oh my God, I just threw up. Am I pregnant? And we was like, how about you had a bad burrito or something?
Yeah, acid reflux, something. And I'm like, the timing, the fact that she synchronized that timing, went from sleeping with RJ, slept with Zende in that very, 24-hour period?
Correct.
She slept with RJ. She was trying to trap either man with a baby.
Girl, she turned around and slept with RJ a day or two after that whole thing with Zende.
Exactly. Girl. And all that fake crying and everything. See, she was trying to plan that pregnancy. And then when she didn't find out that she was pregnant, all of a sudden she went back to saying like, oh, I don't know who my dad is. She'd been trying to get a rich man any and every which way she can. Mm-hmm. I did not put nothing past this girl.
Oof, Lord, child. All I can say is And I mean, she turned around, because Steffy didn't know none of that. The only people that knew about that was her mom, Zende, and RJ and Brooke.
Yep.
And when she was like, oh, yeah, she dropped that tea, and Steffy was like, you slept with Zende?
Yep.
Because at this point, Luna thinks that Steffi is about to be out. So she figured that her telling her that is not going to make any difference because Steffi won't be around to say anything. In her head, she thinks that.
Yeah, with that same look on her face and that on the right side. Like, well, you're not going to be here. I might as well just share everything. And I'm like, usually when people share everything, they're not going to be around for long.
Well, this girl turns around and says that, oh, RJ is just a boy, but I need a man. And you know what? Zende, oh yeah, that was the best sex I ever had. I'm like, so Zende walking around with BDE, huh?
Apparently. Oh, okay. I mean, I mean, she said she felt a difference. So I mean,
I mean, listen, she. I mean, what was wrong with Paris? But I mean, hey, Thomas ain't that far off. I guess he got BDE too. So.
Well, Paris had a couple of people. She also had Carter as well. So unless Carter was terrible, well, we know Carter wasn't terrible, but she done had a plethora of BDEs.
Right.
So she's just happy with the one that she got right now. But I felt so bad for RJ. I was like, oh.
She said that's a boy. I'm like, he is a grown man, but I guess in the sack, he's a sweet boy.
I mean, if we think about it, he did put like little candles and rose petals and all of that, for her. And she was like, oh, that's so sweet. Whereas Zende probably, gave a different sort of energy. But did you guys catch the fact that she said some of the best sex that she's ever had?
Yeah, that girl, she's a 304. She's a psychotic 304.
She been sleeping around. She has several bodies. As much as they say that Poppy was a 304, her daughter took after that lineage without question.
Girl.
Some of the best sex she had. Like, how many men have you slept with to have that determination?
And I think she's only 21. I mean, hey. Rosaline says she don't feel bad for RJ. DeJuan laughed at RJ.
I mean, poor baby. I mean, he was trying to do the right thing, and he thought he found a nice girl, and she was around when his grandfather was sick and everything, and he didn't know this girl was going to be diabolical like this. Poor baby.
But wait a minute, girl. Hold on a second. Then she turned around and she wants to sleep with Bill. So, besides the money, you think that you gonna get the same type of sex with Bill too, huh? Your mama has been sharing the same peen though.
That's what I don't understand with this girl. Like, prior to her mama getting arrested, Bill and her mama were getting it in.
Exactly.
Like, kissing and touching and everything. You don't know where that man's mouth had been, and you kissing him?
Ooh, child.
I'm sorry, y'all, but I had to put the visual together. Like, they were just together, not even 24 hours before she got arrested. And not to mention, her mama's been really giving it to Bill. Several times.
Yeah. And look at that. Cheryl Hines said Luna might be a bigger 304 than Poppy.
She definitely raised the stakes, for sure.
Girl, listen. I hate to say it like this, but she's psychotic. Okay?
Yeah.
What if she tried to even come on to Finn? Because that's not her biological either.
See? I wouldn't put it past that girl either. Actually, if we go back to that scene where Steffy invited Luna and RJ for dinner, the way that she was looking at both RJ and Finn that day, and then we go back to that episode, the way she was looking at her quote-unquote cousin, I would not put it past that girl to be thinking of him that way.
No, he's not. That was already cleared up years ago in the episode. I don't know why people keep bringing that up. About, remember his parents, Zende's parents, and what they died from?
Yeah, that's well over a decade ago.
So no, he is not positive. That was cleared up years ago.
Several times.
That was the okay. So now we got to dive in that aspect. I gotta say, with Luna, with them adding this in Luna's script, y'all can take that whole consent conversation and kick it out of the universe. I don't want to hear it anymore.
Yeah, me either.
We're done. Calling that man a creep.
Yep.
All of that type of stuff. She admitted to faking being drugged to get the best sex that she ever had from Zende, RJ's cousin, because she didn't like the sex that she was getting from RJ. She was faking. So all this nonsense about him being a rapist, the consent conversation, the whole thing about him being a creep, I'm gonna need that to go out the door. Period.
I'm so glad that they cleared that up and cleared that man's name, and I hope that comes to his attention too once all this comes out about Luna, because the way that he was treated, well, both the character and the actor were treated because of that storyline.
Exactly. They were attacking. Insane. What's his real name? I forgot. It's different.
Me too. It's different. I can't think of his name. But that actor was so mistreated online about a storyline role that he was paid to do, which was stupid.
Exactly.
Stupid to attack him.
Yep. You know, that, let me look up, because I want to give him his due respect for his name. I hate to keep saying, what is his name? Zende Forrester. His name, Forrester.
So no, it's
Delon Demetz.
Yes.
I knew it was a different name. Delon Demetz. Leave that man alone.
Yeah.
Because this man, the actor, was getting personal attacks outside his character on the show because of the way that was written, because there was this whole thing about making him a creepy rapist.
And that is just insane to me. I feel like as adults, we should know the difference between real life and fiction. But unfortunately, that has to be reiterated for the umpteenth time. He's a paid actor. He was given a role and a script, and he followed it so he can collect his paycheck. He did not attack anybody, nothing to that effect. That is insane that he was attacked in his real life for a character that he portrays on a show.
Right. I agree. That's the same thing that happened to Wayne Brady. That man had to do a whole video telling the fans, look, I am not Dr. Buckingham. I did not steal a real baby. I am acting out a role. This is a job for me. Please don't attack me for what you see on a soap opera fiction show. So, I mean, go ahead.
I just wish they would just tell people to grow up and get a life. Because that's really what it boils down to. This is TV.
Right.
Like, I can see if this is reality television, then yeah. But this is scripted television.
Oh, I want to bring this up too, because there were people also attacking Annika, Jacqueline, and Lisa Yamada last week because of this storyline. Granted, we call her Lunatic Luna because we're speaking of the character. And Annika made a post that went viral saying, look, we are not our characters. Annika says she get along as almost like a sister to Jacqueline. Because, of course, there's Hope fans, there's Steffy fans. People come at me sometimes thinking I don't like Hope. And then there were people coming for Lisa Yamada as well. And Annika spoke up for her as well. These are actresses. Be mindful, people. Go ahead.
Right. That is ridiculous. Like, we're too grown for this. We're overly grown for this. That makes absolutely no sense, that they have to come out and make a statement. Like, if you don't like certain storylines, or you want to talk about certain storylines, there's certain forums for that, where you can talk about the characters and talk about the show. You don't have to personally attack that actor's page. That is insane.
Exactly. So, I mean, I know obviously the story is interesting. That's part of ending this summer mystery. They had to have a climactic ending. And Lisa is knocking it out of the park. Jacqueline is knocking it out of the park. Tanner, we saw him actually get a little bit of energy last week when he was talking to Ridge and them. Knocking it out of the park. This is what we expect him to see, but we cannot cross over and attack them personally because of what they're doing that they get a paycheck for.
Bottom line, it's ridiculous that there's adults who are acting childish like that. I mean, complain about the character. There's times myself where I go back and forth and talk about Hope, talk about Steffy, talk about Brooke. I do not play favorites. Like, I go along with watching the show in certain storylines. There's certain things with Hope that I am like, okay, I support. And there's some things about Hope that I just, like, she annoys me sometimes.
Right, same.
I'm not I'm not going to sit here and play favorites. I'm watching the show, enjoying the show, commenting about the show, not attacking this woman's personal character. And the thing is, when it comes like the acting, we give praise to the actors, and that's what I love about the ending of the Friday show, where we have like the star of the week. Who are the actors who are knocking it out of the park. Like, we're able to separate the two.
Right. I agree. I mean, I have my issues with Hope. I have my issues with Steffi. I talked about that all last week. I have my issues with Hope. I talked about that a few weeks back. And we called Luna Lunatic Luna. But the thing is, there's a line that, we know the difference between real life and REEL life. So that's what I'm going to say. Back to the soaps, though. I just had to put that out there. Yeah, I'm glad that like somebody said in the comments section. Who said that? That he was vindicated. I want to get him. Yeah, that they vindicated Zende.
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
I was so relieved for that.
I'm wondering, are they going to, because somebody said that they wonder if Brooke is going to give him an apology.
He deserves it, without question.
Girl, she was going to send that boy off to
Antarctica.
Yeah, Forster, Antarctica.
Like, she has the authority. Like, come on now. The nerve of her. And that's the thing. Luna was playing with a lot of people's emotions. She got RJ to think negatively about his own cousin.
They were fighting. Didn't RJ punch him?
I think so. Actually, yeah.
He punched Zende. You got families fighting each other.
Yeah. And she was proud of herself. Like, look at that look on her face.
Like, yep, I did it. Here's the interesting thing. She's so pissed off at her mom's behavior over the years, but she's doing exactly what her mom is doing, but worse.
And I'm pretty sure her mom doesn't have men that she unalived in the process just to get ahead.
But the whole drugging thing and the sleeping with the random men and stuff like that, her mom was a free spirit, okay, but Luna's doing 10 times worse, even though she didn't like the behavior that her mom did.
And this girl is extremely comfortable with pharmaceuticals. Like, she knew what to mix it with, what to, pass off, that she was like intoxicated and high and everything when she got with Zende. She's a little bit too comfortable, and I kind of have to blame Poppy for that, because if you brought her around all these drugs, she's more than comfortable with it. She knew how to use it. She knew about the half-life, and even the stuff that she gave Steffi, she's like, oh, the effects are not going to wear, they're going to wear out pretty soon. You won't be drugged for too long. Like, that's, like, not giving Luna a pass, but that girl been around a lot of pharmaceuticals more than a girl her age should be.
Yeah. Yes, Cynthia, that is correct. Eric Braeden had to do the same thing about a month and a half ago when some people were going on and on about the Lily Devon and Nate characters. Yes.
Yep. And that was ridiculous.
Yep.
These were actors.
That is insane. Oh, gosh. And I know they had some things to also, I've seen things where folks were saying things about Luna, Lee, and Poppy as well. So.
Yes, they did. I do remember that too. And about how much airtime they were getting, and like saying that why are we supposed to be focusing on their storyline? I mean, but like now we see that hey, they brought a lot to the table, especially Lisa Amata, and I'm like, you got to give people a chance, and more importantly, just watch the show. You want to complain so much, but watch the shows. Like, keep that to yourself, or keep it a kitchen table talk. Don't attack these people online.
Yeah, well, they're attacking them based on heritage and culture, and so, and that's where it gets real ugly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's why, at some point, keep that nonsense to yourself. That's all I can say. All right. Yeah. Melissa said, do you think Luna has killed someone before? Probably. I mean, it was too easy for her to take out Hollis and Tom. So she probably did somewhere in her past.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past this girl. Same way I wouldn't put it past this girl to have slept with multiple men either.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely think she's been moving around like a 304 for sure. And when Lee was talking about her mother, I think that kind of stung her a little bit because she knew that she's moving the same exact way.
I can't imagine when I guess Poppy probably is going to start blaming herself.
I mean, for Luna's actions, no, but how that girl was raised underneath her care, yes.
Yeah. I have a feeling that as much as she's going to be shocked by all of this, the other part of this is her going to be like, dang, my behavior while raising this child, is obviously had an impact.
Yep, like Lee was saying, Lee ain't tell no lies. Mm-mm. As much as people would say that Lee was like kind of in her face about her habits and her past, she didn't tell a lie because we see it all like in full, like a full play-by-play about how this affected this girl. And that's what she kept on stressing, Luna was stressing to Steffy about. Like, look, you don't know what it's like. This is what I went through. This is what it came out to be. And it's no excuse, but I mean, Lee didn't tell no lies. Like, this is what happens when you do the things that you do and have all your party favors and pharmaceuticals and trying to raise a child. It's just not a healthy, stable environment.
Yeah, and here's the thing. She has took out people so recently, it doesn't even faze her to get rid of Steffi. She's just sitting there all calm, just looking at her like, I just can't wait till this is over. She's doing all this screaming and yelling. Once this building is demolished and you going right along with it,
Can I talk about this?
Go ahead.
I was talking about this in the group chat about how this girl was sitting there, same way Victor just pulled up a chair and just staring at the cage, taking in the smells. Because Steffi been there for days. Mm-hmm. There's several different types of funk. And you got to be really diabolical and just really psychotic to just sit there and just take in all the smells. There's no windows.
No, and ain't no air up in there. And it's LA. It's hot. Ain't no air because the air conditioner is probably gone or broken down in the building downstairs somewhere.
and she just pulled up a chair close to the cage. At least Victor was a little bit far away from the dungeon that he was had Jordan in. She pulled this chair up close to the cage, just twiddling her hair, just taking in all the smells. Mm-hmm. What is with the smell fetish?
Yep. I don't know. I mean, last time it was body odors and Brussels sprouts. And, I mean, Steph, there's no bathroom.
Exactly. And she wearing the same clothes, sweating. You saw Steffy sweat a couple episodes. So we know there's some armpit funk, every type of funk you can think of. And she just pulled up a chair.
Yeah, they had Steffy laying on the floor. I'm like, girl, I hope you ain't laying in your own,
Yes.
That's bad.
Exactly.
She been there a while now.
Exactly. There's just hot breath and everything, and no air, no ventilation, nothing, because the windows are boarded up. So there's barely no windows. There's no air conditioning. I don't think Luna would be that kind to Steffy.
Listen, Joyce Boone said, "Thank you, Bree. All that funk."
Like, you gotta be some type of crazy.
Cheryl said no toilet paper either. So it's not only on the floor. You physically got to deal with what's left.
Yes. And we don't know what Steffy may have had the day that she got the day prior to she got caught. Like, and I'm just like, Luna, you like within like a couple of like inches away from this girl, and you perfectly fine with her breathing that hot air, screaming, her armpits are up and everything, just taking in all the smells.
Yeah, I mean, even if, because I know soap opera days and how many days we've watched episodes, like, and I was talking about this earlier, before you came on, Bree, was because somebody asked how long has she been in there. Now I think it was last Monday, so that would have been the 26th. So the 23rd, I think, is when she chased Luna over to that apartment and she got drugged, right? And we had the whole week. So it's been a week and a day, or 3 days. Right? And soap time, it could be 3 days, but even just say if we did 2 to 3 days soaped in this episode, right? The thing is that you still got to go to the bathroom daily, even if it's number 1.
Yes.
Multiple times a day.
Yep. And on top of that girl was sweating. So she was hot in the middle of that process too. So we know it's every type of funk you can think of. We don't know how Steffy behaves herself. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I can do that. And Luna, every time she walks into the room, she's happy, just like, hi Steffy. Like, what? Like, you're still sad over there, Steffy? Like, you don't smell that aroma when you walk into that room?
Yeah, well, Bobby said, we know she drunk tea, so that tea got to go somewhere.
Yep. Exactly. She ain't holding it in for 3 days.
Sandy said, being afraid make you want to go pee.
Right?
Sometimes, girl, nervousness will make you do number 2, too. You ever heard somebody like, I crapped in my pants because they got excited or upset, frightened or shocked or.
Yep. I agree. And I'm like, how could Steffy have gone to the bathroom? It was not the cage. Unless she's like just bending over and
Girl, then it would be stuff all over that floor.
Either which way, there is an aroma.
Did you see wrappers in her cage? Remember when they cut to the scene when she was laying on the floor, but when Luna was just walking in today's episode and looking at her? There was a bunch of wrappers on the floor.
So she was eating, and I'm like, it has to go somewhere.
He got to go somewhere, girl. Oh, my goodness.
And if she's holding that in, I mean, I can only imagine like the gas she was passing, like everything. Like this girl, Luna, walks into that apartment just happy with all of her plans working out. She's not even acknowledging the aroma, the funk, none of that.
Well,
When she in
listen,
the room.
you said the same thing about Victor Newman. And one thing I will say is both of them, and somebody said this earlier, I think she's a psychopath, but I also think she's narcissistic. And they don't
Yep.
care about none of that. They are enjoying the torture. They like, kind of like being a sadist.
Yeah.
Because a sadist, they get pleasure out of watching other people in pain. So she don't care
Yeah.
about that smell. She is enjoying this girl wallowing in her own wastes.
And where did she get the chair from? I thought she get rid of all the furniture.
Girl.
I'm like, so she brought in furniture just to sit in front of Steffy like this? Like, come on.
Thanks, Melissa. We got 87 likes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's keep it going. Yeah, girl. I'm just like, oh my goodness. And then she gonna be in there until at least Thursday.
Oh goodness. And her husband gonna save her in the funk.
Girl, he probably gonna even get. Well, listen, as a doctor, you've seen and smelled many different things. So, because I mean,
It's a whole
what'd you say?
it's a whole other thing when you smell your wife. I don't think that he
Listen, they had to deal with people that passed away and all types of stuff. So, I mean, he probably realized, like, especially if you started out as like a CNA at one point. CNAs, that's a rough job.
That's a rough job. But I also just realized that he saved Sheila in the back of an alley or a warehouse.
Sheila was down there for like 2 months.
Yeah, so you got a point. He might be okay with the smells.
Jenna said, does anyone know where Luna got that cage from? Girl, we were trying to figure that out last week.
Yeah, we don't know how she done built it by herself, a 6-foot cage, and we see this itty bitty woman right here.
Girl, somebody said that she got that cage from what's the name of that store?
What, Home Depot? Oh, IKEA. Maybe she probably got from Amazon delivery. They came and assembled it for her.
Well, she was up in there with an electric screwdriver, so she had to put it together. Usually any furniture or anything you get from that store, you got to put it together.
See, and by herself, a whole heavy little 100-pound cage she just happened to put together herself.
Dewan said she got it from Temu.
If she got it from Temu, Steffy would have been able to broke out by now.
Listen, Temu sell everything. Oh my gosh. But anyway, yeah, this girl is knocking it out the park. Lisa Yamada she does better with that than playing the sweet little girl. Because we were getting bored with that. Earlier this year, we was like, what is this? What are we doing? You know what I mean? So
I think she was too.
Yeah, so to see her, she would be good on a Lifetime movie.
This is a Lifetime movie.
Oh my goodness. Oh, you so funny. Bobby Wright said that's an Acme cage that like Wild E. Coyote put together. You remember all them things they get from the Acme store?
Oh my goodness. Yes. Oh goodness.
But
full of mess from Steffy.
I know. I do have a question for you guys before we end this one. And the question is, did you guys like the new intro? Let me see. Drop a 1 in the chat if you like the new intro. I saw a lot of comments about it yesterday. Did you see the new intro, Bree?
I did. I love the new intro.
Oh, okay.
I'm good with either which one.
Yeah, the other one, I kind of wanted to bring it up.
Mix it up.
Yeah, I got kind of like, you know. Plus, because of the fact that there's other shows being added to the channel. Because the other one had pictures of Y&R, pictures of Bold, and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I said Young and the Rest, Bold and Beautiful, and more. And then the Gates is coming. So, yeah. Yep. All right. You got anything else, girl, before we shut it down, before we come back tomorrow?
This was fun. I'm so glad that we were all able to get all of our feelings out about today's episode.
I'm glad that they did a vindication for Zende.
Yep. And the actor.
Yeah, and the actor. They need to clean this up. The only thing is, don't come for Lisa Yamada either. She's just acting a role.
Yes, I hope people can kind of just grow up. This is just, we're talking about characters.
Mm-hmm.
Not the character of that actor.
Yep. I'm just talking about a script that they get paid to play.
Yep.
That's it. So, all right, you guys. Make sure you hit the like button on the way out. It's like 142 of them in here.
It was consistent.
I know. Everybody's glad. I saw a lot of messages like, oh my God. Somebody even put a message in the Facebook group talking about what happened to the podcast. I ain't see anything this weekend. And I know I left notes everywhere, but somebody must have missed it. So, yeah, I had a good time this weekend, you guys. Spent some time with my son. We went to the Minnesota State Fair. That was what that picture you saw, Bree, with all those people.
Ooh, that was a lot of people.
Yeah, I think they said it topped out to 225,000.
Oh my gosh. Well, did you enjoy yourself?
I did. It was so much. I didn't eat all that food, but it was some everything. Pickles on a stick, fried dough, bucket of donuts, cookies, all types of meats. So if you are a foodie, you would have loved it. And it was like vendors there to sell everything from skincare to jewelry to different cultures from around the world selling different things and foods. And it was, listen, I think when I looked at my watch, I did like 11,000 steps, which came up to about 5 miles just at that place.
Oh, wow.
It's huge.
So you worked off the calories.
I did. So. I did. I made sure of it, But we had a great time, and then I got to spend some time with my son. We also went and had dinner in downtown Minneapolis, and we went to the Mall of America. That place is huge, so there was more walking. And I'm a thrifter, so I also went thrifting. So
you brought back some goodies with you. Are you back home, or are you still in Minnesota?
Oh no, I'm home. I'm home. Yep. So, yes, you guys enjoy the rest of your evening and have a safe holiday. Enjoy the time off if you're not working today. Thanks for the likes. Thanks, Melissa, for letting me know. 96 likes. Thank you.
Nice. It'd be nice if we tap out at 100, guys.
Yeah, give me 4 more. Can we hit it? Can we get to 100 likes? And we'll be cool. Let's see. Let me see. I'm going to see if we can get to 100. It's at 95.
96. 97. Okay, just a couple more, y'all.
3 more.
We almost there. We know you guys happen and enjoying the conversation. It's a couple more likes, y'all.
Appreciate you. I can't even tell on my end.
It's still showing 97. I'm pretty sure, like, after people watch rewatch it, we'll get more.
Oh, just hit 100. Thank you, guys.
Yay!
Thank you. All right, so until the next one, we will see you guys later. Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.